Time for our Seahawks player spotlight, brought to you by 3 Tree Roofing. We get a chance to speak to a man we've been talking a lot about, Dave. We've been talking a lot about this defense, and he's been a big part of what's been happening out there. Talking about defensive lineman Derick Hall with us. Derick, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thank y'all for having me.
It's good to talk to you. And what's this been like for you this season? Because it feels like the defense, maybe Dave and I were talking about this, maybe outside of Tampa Bay, you guys just have not had an off day. It just keeps getting better and more dominant. And what's that? Does it feel like there's momentum, like this is just snowballing for the defense?
I mean, for sure. At least an aspect of, as you come into the year, there's always things you need to work on. As you go through the season, you try to continue to get better, right? So, the closer you get to December football, the goal is to go out and, put a better product on the field than we did the week before. And I think that's something that we're really, really living by. We just continue to go back to our basics and put the work in throughout the week, and it's showing up on Sunday. So, we're ecstatic, man. We're just trying to go out and do it once again here this Sunday in Atlanta.
Derick, your run defense is phenomenal. You guys are number 2, just giving up 88 yards. Did defensive coordinators still talk about – I remember every coach I ever had was like, stop the run first. Is that kind of like the emphasis when you go into every game?
Oh, yeah, for sure. On Wednesdays, that's our big run game day. So that's the first thing we talk about. Especially up front, man, we like to rush the passer, get after the quarterback and get some sacks. So, you earn that right by stopping the run. So we take that, really, really to heart up front. We try not to let the ball get past the first level, is our motto. So we'll be able to have an opportunity to go and rush the passer. So it's still a very, very huge thing on our list, to be able to go out and stop the run, even though we're doing it consistently.
Hey, Derick, this defense in the second half of last season was amongst the best in the NFL, and we all expected you guys to hit the ground running this season. Was that your expectation? Did you kind of feel it last season, like, okay, give us a full season of this, and where this is going to be something to talk about?
For sure. I think coming back after the bye, especially last week, and trying to get a game plan on, Mike, putting his game plan together and see where we're trying to go, where we want to get to, sitting down and really everybody, coming to a conclusion that, that wasn't good enough. That's not the product we want on the field. We know we're better than that. So being able to finish the year last year the way we did, sucks we didn't make the playoff, but being able to come into this year and put the product on the field that we're putting on the field, man, we're ecstatic about it. I mean, it just goes back, like we pull up tape and we like, ooh, like it's just consistent. So, I mean, it all comes with the work and the grind. I don't want nobody to think it just happens overnight, but man, we're very, very honed in on our details and the things we're doing to try to go out and win these football games.
Well, Derick, we're going back to the scene of the crime in Atlanta where you had the scoop and score. Take us through that, man. That was one of the more exciting plays from last year. But did you think you were going to get caught, and did that motivate you? Because I know that in every defensive room, if you get caught from behind, you're definitely going to get clowned, right?
Heck yeah, it happens all the time. Or like we watching tape and a guy get a pick and fall down. We're like, you didn't want to score. So, but man, that play was amazing. Kudos to my guy Boye setting me up there with the scoop and score. But man, it was overall a great play. I was tired as heck. I had to go right back out on the field trying to get some oxygen. But man, it was overall a great play. Those moments are, second to none in this league, especially a defensive player. You don't get opportunity to score a lot of touchdowns. So being able to get that early on in my career was huge, and I was very, very happy about it.
Hey, do you guys have like a friendly competition amongst each other? Just sort of, all right, the big cat got to the quarterback this time, or Byron made this play, I got to make this, because it seems like you guys just kind of everybody trades off. Everybody's out there making big plays.
Oh, for sure, especially up front. Man, you got yours. Yeah, now I got to try to one-up you. And not in a bad way, right? It's all fun and games, and we love and compete with each other here, man. But, as long as iron sharpens iron, everybody's pushing each other to continue to go, to continue to get better. And, I think when you have that motto, that mentality, and the camaraderie we have, it's hard to look past, and it continues to help everyone grow.
Hey, Derick, I think that the Jared Goff sack was probably my favorite of all your sacks, just because you had an offensive lineman blocking you and you reached over and got the one-handed sack. Are there a couple that maybe stand out to you? And then does it matter like who the quarterback is? Is it make it a little bit more special?
I mean, besides like A-Rod and wanting to sack him, and, trying to get to Matt Stafford, guys you grew up watching. Honestly, it really doesn't matter, man. But, just trying to go out and put my best foot forward to help this team be successful. every single week is huge. And then, my long sack this year against Tennessee, man, it was great. Falling over top of the pile, getting flipped over, and just trying to hold on for dear life and being able to get that sack, man. It was really, really good for him to get me going. Get a goose egg out the sack column, man. So, just whatever I can do to continue to grow the team, to help the team get where we're trying to go and be playing football late January, early February. So I'm happy about it.
Hey, Derick, I'm curious just from your perspective. Ernest Jones is a guy we spend a lot of time talking about, and it seems like he's got a really great bond with that locker room, and talking about the things he's gone through and got the game ball last week. What has he brought to this defense?
Everything we could ask for plus some. Ernest is an elite leader, an elite football player. I mean, he just brings a calmness to the team on the defense side of the ball that we've been searching for. That's when things get awry, things start moving fast. He's like, okay, let's calm down. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're expecting. He's out on the field. We don't get a call. He's figuring out a way to get us to call when things are moving fast. He just brings such a calmness, a stillness, and composure to the defense, man, that allows us just to go out, play free, play fast, and then, you can see the product on the field, man. He's a great player, great leader, and we're happy to have him, as always.
Who's the strongest guy that you've seen on the field? And I'm not talking about in the weight room, because, we see Anthony Bradford, just entirely pancake people. And you see things from Byron Murphy. We hear all the time about him and Big Cat. Who do you think's the most powerful player on that team?
I mean, all those
Maybe
guys
it's
you
you.
name are, I feel like I'm pretty strong, right? Obviously, but outside of me, there's not a single guy. I feel like I can go through a lot of guys that are pretty strong, but the ones who make some freakish plays are, even Nick, man. The way Nick moves and throws guys, when he playing on the line of scrimmage is elite. And Leo's gonna do Leo things. I mean, every time we put on tape, Leo's doing something spectacular. Murph doing something spectacular. So we got a lot of guys, man. And being Kobe Bryant, man, it's unreal. Spoon, pound for pound, is strong as heck. So I mean, we can go across the board, but guys do some freakish things on this team, man, and it's hard to find. And I'm glad they're all in our locker room.
You guys have 5 regular season games left. How much do you talk about what we want to accomplish, what we want to do? We got to pick up this part of the game. We got to do this better. What are some of the conversations you guys have around the rest of the regular season as it starts to wind down?
Right. Exactly what you're saying. How can we continue to grow? We had the shutout, the first in a decade on Sunday, and we're still trying to figure out, okay, how can we continue to shut teams out but continue to grow and get better with the things that we're doing as a defense. There's always something to clean up. There's always something to look at. So just trying to put the hammer on the nail and continue to beat a dead horse on what we're trying to do, where we're trying to grow, and just continue to do the things that got us there. So I think those are conversations we're having in a place where we continue to grow as a team.
So, Derick, is this the one place on the road where you have to get the most tickets? And do they give tickets anymore? Are you having to buy those? And, tell us about, is this a big trip for you going to Atlanta?
Oh yeah. This is a huge trip. Nashville is pretty big too with all my family, but Atlanta's a little bit closer, about an hour and a half, 2 hours closer. So it'll definitely be a lot of family there, a lot more than it will be in Nashville. And unfortunately, we do have to pay for the tickets through the team. On the road, we don't get any tickets, so the check may be a little light this week, but man, there's nothing like having the support. The support of the family and everybody there watching you, man, doing your thing. So, I'm always for that.
How many tickets do you think ultimately you're going to have to get?
Probably closer to 20 or 30.
Hey, speaking of tickets and everything, do you have family coming to Seattle? Has your family come up here yet?
Every week. My family don't miss a game. My family don't miss a game, so it's always amazing. Like I said, to have that support. My mom has always been there ever since I started playing football at the age of 4, and as long as God willing, she'll be in good health. She'll always be there. So that's the big piece for me. Having mom understands. Always trying to figure out where she's sitting at.
Well, Derick, congratulations on the way the season has gone. This defense is, if it's not the best in the league, it's in that conversation, and you're a big part of that. So congrats on that and continued success the rest of the year. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you again as you get into the postseason.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Y'all have a great day.